Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PUDcast with Jason and Mike. I'm Jason.
I'm Mike.
And we're coming to you from the Pud Cave, located here in Game Swap in beautiful downtown Lincoln in the great state of North Carolina. Mike, what's going on today, brother?
What's going on, man? It's Sunday.
Sunday, man. Loving it, man. Sunday Pud Day, brother.
Welcome to the Church of the Puds.
Amen, brother. Hallelujah.
Woo.
And amen. And brother, speaking of Puds.
Sit back and, just relax and drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh, brother, we drinking coffee, Kool-Aid, cyanide, man, you name it, brother. We got it this morning. And, brother, speaking of having things this morning, man, we got something extra special, a new...
something brand new.
Something new, man. We actually expanded a little bit, Mike. Pudville's getting bigger, brother.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes, us Puds, man, we ain't the brightest in the tree, man. We ain't the brightest bull, Mike. We just not, man.
With so much going on now, we have to have somebody to help.
We need assistance.
Absolutely, because we can't keep up with everything.
Hell, I can't keep up with me, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, man, when we say we Puds, brother, and, well, for one, people want to know what a Pud is. Well, you got to get that 100 subscribers first.
100 subscribers. Just hit that button.
Just hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hell, you ain't even got to listen to us, man. Just hit the button.
Just hit the button.
Just tell your friends, man. If they owe you a favor, tell them to damn subscribe to the podcast.
I know there are over 100 people listening.
Absolutely. Well, we'll get to that, brother. You're right. We know for a fact that at least 100 people are listening. But let's get back to the original thing here, man. Our assistance, our help, if you will. Man, we needed somebody in the Pud Cave, Mike. We just did, man. We're trying to look up facts. We're trying to make notes. We're trying to keep ourselves straight. Man, we can't do it, bro. We needed help.
Yeah.
But, so what we did is we searched high and low for the perfect assistant, man, for the perfect person to bring into the Pud Cave. We searched Lincoln County. Nobody in the county, man. Nope. We looked all over the city of Lincoln. Nope. Man, there just ain't nobody in the city. Bro, we went national. We went from sea to shining sea, man. We went from California, baby. We went to North Carolina. We couldn't find them. So finally, deep in the woods of Puddingham, England, in the UK, we found the one and only, the only man who's capable of keeping us Puds straight and help us Puds out. And that is the one and only Sir Ian Pudsworth. We want to welcome Sir Ian Pudsworth here to the Pud Cave. Pudsworth. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for helping us out, brother.
No problem, anytime.
Hey, man, that's what I like to hear. And you know what? I want to also give a special shout-out to somebody else, Mike. I want to give a shout-out to the Reverend Doctor.
Yes.
Our guest from last week. Because, Mike, you segue. Well, you didn't segue. We were about to segue into that 100 viewers. Brother, I just checked this morning on our YouTube channel. And that's kind of how we gauge how we get our listeners. We really haven't got the iTunes analysis yet. We're working on that. We're trying to get all that stuff lined up. But we kind of go by our views on our YouTube channel. As of this morning, 1 week, not even a week, man. Technically, not even a week. We have 100 views on last week's episode with the Reverend Doctor. And, man, that is a record.
Very proud of that.
Bro, that's a record. Right now, it's our second highest watched video. Our first episode is the highest.
Yes.
And it took months, or a few months to get there. Right. And, man, we got to 100 views.
Very proud of that.
In less than a week. And, brother, that's on the Reverend Doctor.
And that's on the Puds, too.
And the Puds. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Pud Nation is growing, man. They want to hear what's going on.
And, brother,
definitely with that one.
Oh, yeah, man. And it is our most controversial episode. Yeah. I knew going into it that we were going to have some controversy. We had a little bit of criticism from some of our fans out there, but
we want that,
and we do want that.
We want that feedback.
God, we got to have it, man. We want to know what you guys want to hear. But Mike, to be honest, man, we had a lot of positive responses as well.
Absolutely.
And brother, it was such an honor to have someone with his credentials in the Pud Cave, and
Dr. took it up a level.
Oh, it did. Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I always said with Wayne Sisk, shout out to Wayne Sisk, I always got to say when Wayne was in here, he took us up to a level, and now we had the Reverend Doctor in there, and he took us yet to another level.
Oh, man.
And, brother.
It was so much fun.
It was a blast, dude. It was a blast, man. I've listened to that episode a few times, and once again, Doc, if you're out there listening, thank you. We're getting you back in here immediately, man, as soon as we humanly possibly can. We have some other things we have to do, and, obviously there's only so many weeks, that we can do things, but Rev, you are definitely on the callback list, brother. And we just want to thank you again for giving us that shot in the arm, man, and taking us to that level.
Yes, and besides that, we've got so many other guests coming up too as well. Yes. It's gonna be from here on out. Up until the new year, man. We're
jamming.
We're going.
We're jamming. It is It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it really is, man. And Mike, just to kind of touch on that, bro. When we first started this thing, I didn't think anybody would want to be on here. I didn't, man.
We didn't know. We didn't know if anybody would want to be on here. We didn't know if anybody would listen.
That was the thing. I believe one of our first conversations, Mike, we were like, well, if we get 10 people, man, that's a win. Yeah. Well, hell, we got 10 people in like the first hour on the first show. I'm like, Jesus, man. So thank you guys. I guess is what we're trying to say is just thank you guys for being supportive. I also want to speaking of being supportive, I want to give a special shout out, Mike. This is something you don't know yet, man. I haven't talked to you about this yet, so you heard it here first on the
surprises.
I want to give a special shout out to my friend Phil Velia.
Yes.
Phil's working. I'm not going to say what the project is, and we're going to keep that under wraps, but he's been working on a project for us now. The man sent me a message last night. He's not done with it, but he was just like, man, I'm trying to get this thing done for you guys. I'm like, bro, you take your time on this thing.
Wow.
There's no deadlines in Pudville, man.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We appreciate it. And Phil, if you're out there listening, man, thank you, brother, because you were one of the first ones. He was our first Twitter follower, man.
Yes.
Yeah, Phil was absolutely the first one on Twitter. He's been so supportive, and it's like I sent him a text today. I'm like, look, bro, you tell me when and where. You got 3 beers, a shot, and some food coming your way.
I'm down for that.
Yes, and Phil, thank you, brother, and thank you everybody out there who's been supportive, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, another person, Dustin Fowler.
Dustin.
I mean, he's always on that YouTube channel,
on it, man.
Talking it up, and always, commenting on the post.
Yes.
Because he knows, so much as well.
Oh, yeah, man.
He's really insightful.
That's another guy we got to get in here. We just got to calm him down. That's one thing about Dustin. Because we come in here and say, hey, Dustin, shout out to Dustin Fowler, by the way. Yeah. But, man, if we sit Dustin in here, put him a hot mic in front of him, bro, he'll melt the barrel, brother.
He's gone.
But you know what, though, man? I mean, not trying to get political or nothing, but 90% of the times I agree with Dustin,
Right.
But we try to keep politics out of Pudville.
Yeah.
We tried last week.
Especially this week. This week has been a heavy political week.
Oh, brother. But I have no idea.
But I want to shift the politics a little bit to more wrestling politics.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I got a chance to see this thing. I'm almost positive you didn't. The Australian show, the WWE one, the showdown and the Super Showdown in Australia.
No, I missed this one.
Now, you popped up a meme, a Shawn Michaels meme.
Oh, about the carnival?
Oh,
yeah, that's hilarious, by the way.
Let me tell you what. I just want to touch on that for a minute.
I didn't want to touch it.
Because there's a difference. Okay, if you've seen Shawn Michaels, you look at a guy like Flair. Okay, you see Flair now. That's Ric Flair.
Absolutely right. He's older.
That's older,
but it's Flair.
It's older.
Right.
You see Shawn Michaels now.
Who is that?
You want to ask him which way the tilt-a-whirl is.
Whoa, easy. I see what you did there and there.
You see where I'm going?
What?
Excuse me, sir.
Damn it, Mike. He doesn't see it. Okay, man, we got to focus. Over here. Hey, eyes up here, Sean. Eyes up here, Sean.
Oh, my God.
Him and Robert Gibson, bro. Okay, all right.
Oh,
okay.
now, hey, hold on.
I love Rick and Robert, man.
Now, listen, damn.
They got love on the squash this morning, bro.
Now, I took and watched that match, the Triple H and Taker match. Right. You ever seen the movie Grumpy Old Men?
It's been years. It's been years.
What are you laughing at?
Damn it, Pudsworth.
You've seen it. When they get in the fight. We call it a fight. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's call it a fight.
Right.
Sure.
Why not? Why? Yeah.
Yeah. This is I compare it to that movie. The old timers going at it, Why? I have no idea.
Right. It's just, I guess, man. I guess it's just the star power.
It is.
It's the name, man.
It all comes down to it. Listen.
Yeah.
I get it. I do.
These are legends, man. I mean, they are.
I get it. Yeah.
The grumpy old man fight. Really, both these guys.
I mean, it's just one last time. Of course, the time before that was supposed to be the last time, the end of an era.
Right.
Which was an incredible match.
Oh, it was. Yes, it really was, man. Yes.
So, you dust it off and pull out a match that's not so great.
And that's the thing, and you see that a lot of the guys,
But here you go. At the end of the match, they do the hand raise, they do the hug outs, they do the curtain call.
Again.
Taker and Kane turn on Triple H and Shawn Michaels again.
Right.
Which sets us up for the Saudi Arabia show, the tag team match coming up.
Right. Now let me ask you about the Saudi Arabia show, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that they'll allow their women in this one, or you think they're just going to get another pay-per-view?
As far as I know, and I talked to you about this. Talked to you about this. If you want a women's revolution, you had every single woman quit the company.
Thank you.
At that time,
absolutely.
After they could not wrestle
in Saudi Arabia. And instead of giving them that kind of respect, man, they throw them a bone and give them a pay-per-view. That's what it is, man.
That's absolutely what it is. And Saudi money is too good to turn that down. So
it is what it is, man. But and I think it's great that the women do get a chance to be spotlighted and shine, but I just hate that it's under these circumstances. Yeah. I think it would be a lot better if it's like, you guys deserve this, so we're going to do this, other than, well, we feel bad because we can't let you work in the Saudi Arabia shows. It is what it is, man, and that's our opinion. Maybe we're wrong, man. Hey, maybe there's something going on we don't know. But
we sound a little progressive.
We don't want that shit.
What the hell?
We can't have that shit, man.
No, call it what it is, man.
It is what it is.
Don't hide it. Don't try to.
Or put sugar on it, or call it something else. It's very important pay-per-view. Working us. This is what kills me, man, when I hear people and I hear the WWE and I hear other people say, this is a very important pay-per-view. And I'm like, no, what's important is treating all your employees with respect and decency. And not letting a Saudi Arabian government tell these people they can't perform.
All right.
Well, anyway, man.
It would have been a much more important pay-per-view before that.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother. You're damn right. If it wouldn't have been because, and anybody, man, with any self-awareness should know that's exactly what it is. Right. But hey, we'll get off our damn soapboxes, man.
Yeah.
But well, let me ask you, Mike. Did you hear that Crazy Todd has got a new buggy?
Yes.
Thank God, man.
Yes.
That video actually started going somewhat viral. It really did, man. And I mean, because I know we talked about it last week, but since we had the Reverend here, we didn't get to dive
as
deep into that as well. Unfortunately, Todd's buggy took a dive.
It did.
Dive into the goddamn garbage truck. Yeah. But hopefully, man, that'll be made right. And it looks like he does have a new buggy. Thank God. He may have a fleet of those.
He could. He very well could. He could have been preparing.
Preparing
for this day.
He known it all along, man.
When the man was going to get his part.
But I tell you what, Mike, I want to, before we start getting into today's subject matter, dude, I want to give a couple more shout-outs to some people, man.
Yeah.
I know that we talked about Phil and we talked about some of these other guys, obviously the Reverend who was in here. But I want to talk a little bit about our friend from way back when, man, Papa Jack. You know what I'm talking about when I talk about Papa Jack? I'm talking about the one and only Mike Sherrill, Mr. Mike Sherrill. In my opinion, man, the greatest drummer to ever come out of Lincoln County, and that includes Mike Payne. I'm just saying.
I don't know about that, but...
But man, he's been just God. He's really been putting us over on his show, man. P Rich Nation, WTAU. They do such great music. It's all independent artists,
right?
And it's like a radio show, but it's all independent stuff you're not going to hear on regular radio.
Yeah.
And Mike, brother, there's some gems in there. Now there's some songs I was like, but man, there was some I'm like, Jesus, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
So Papa Jack, brother, we appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I love that old school feel. He's a radio station,
I do too, man.
Yeah.
He's got a knack for it, brother.
That's not formatted.
No, he calls it in the ring.
That's right.
And that's the way, like we do.
Yeah.
And man, it is. Now I have to admit, Mike, I listened to him a few years ago. I kind of got out of it when we got back in touch and we started kind of, helping promote each other a little bit. I was like, man, I need to sit down. Mm-hmm. Dude, last Saturday I sat down listening to 3 shows just back to back. It was so good.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's some songs I was like, not into that much, but there was many, many more songs that I was just like, holy shit, this is good music.
Yeah.
And one other person, man, I want to give a shout out to. Well, not actually a person, but a podcast I want to give a shout out to. is our friends over at Sweet Feathery Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Man, these guys over at Sweet Feathery Jesus have been super cool. And a friend of mine, Jeff Blackwell, he's also known as Bosco. Bosco? I believe I'm saying that correctly. Bosco?
Yeah.
Bosco, yeah. Man, it's spelled a little weird or different than it sounds. Spelled a little weirdly than it sounds. So, E-Man's going to beat the shit out of me for saying that. But, which brings me to what I was wanting to talk a little bit about, Mike. Is he goes by that on Sweet Feathery Jesus, but to me and you,
oh yeah,
he's always going to be E-Man.
E-Man.
I mean, you know, dude, in fact, when I heard that he wasn't using E-Man, I'm like, why not, man? That's your name, dude. Because I just want to take a little time, man. And we're going to get on today's subject matter, I swear to God. But I just want to take a moment just to talk a little bit about E-Man and my first meeting with E-Man and how E-Man became E-Man. So, Mike, I guess to do that, I actually have to take it back to my first day at Gaston College. Back in the year of our Lord, 1996.
Holy moly.
No, man. Whoa. It was more like 94 when I started. I take that back, man. It was 1994. So, Mike, let me tell you, man, when I pulled into the parking lot of Gaston College for my first time to take my first radio broadcasting class. You know me, bro. I'm always the first one there, man. I'm one of those people. Punctuality is a big deal to me. I like to be early. There was one truck in the parking lot when I got there. And you know me, I like to be the first. I was like, okay, well, somebody beat me here. And I was like, I'm going to like this person, Mike. And you know why I said that? Because they had a bumper sticker on their truck that said, Rush is right. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, you're damn right, man. Tom Sawyer? Limelight? Hell yeah, man. Fucking Red Barchetta. I love Rush, dude. Hell yes, man. Hell to the fucking yeah, man.
Oh.
So I walk into my class, and I met the owner of said truck.
Uh-huh.
Now, this guy, man, my first reaction to E-Man, I was like, oh, man, we ain't going to get along. Because this man is wearing a straight-up suit. Not a suit, man, but he had a button-up shirt and a tie.
Yes.
My man looked like Alex Keaton on Family Ties, bro.
Yes.
And I come to find out that he was talking about Rush, the band.
Nope.
He was talking about some dude called Rush Limbaugh. I never even heard of.
But he was right.
And he was right.
Was far right.
Very far right,
yeah.
bro. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So, man, this guy, he's got on a suit. Or, like I said, it's not a suit, but he's got a button-up shirt. He's got a tie on, man. He's got slacks. You know, he's wearing the nice dress shoes. You know, I'm wearing what I'm wearing now, brother, in the studio. I got a black T-shirt.
Yep.
You know, I got my jeans. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm going to like this guy. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That was my first thought. I was like, man, this guy look like he might be a little uptight. He kind of was.
Uh-huh.
He kind of was.
Yeah.
But, man, he turned around and started talking to me. We were the first two in class. And, man, immediately I'm like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's cool. We have a different, you know, different appearances, maybe a little different outlooks on life, you know. But, man, this guy, just to break it down, E-Man was a stone cold conservative.
Yes.
He looked like, man, he looked like a Jehovah's Witness or some shit, man. I mean, he just...
Well, he was more, you know, just that straight laced.
Yes.
It was really...
Kind of square. Kind of square, you know.
Well, I don't know if I go square. Because
I would.
That would come out later. Because our group was so eclectic.
It was.
That it was like you know, and you were just, you know, that
long hair,
you know, T-shirt, jeans, everything, and you know, Chris was just like, you know, whatever.
Preppy.
Yeah.
Preppy. You know.
Josh
was
looked
preppy.
Like he came out of Banana Republic.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he seriously did.
Yeah.
You were kind of like me, man, but you had more of a goth thing going on. Like Two Dogs.
Dogs. Yeah.
Dogs had that goth kind of thing going on, where I was more the stoner / metalhead.
Right.
You know, you were more of a goth metalhead.
Yeah.
And then you had Chris Baker.
And
he was a metalhead.
Yeah, metalhead.
You know, and then you had E-Man.
Because Baker would always wear his trench coat too.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And then you had E-Man, who looked like he was going to court.
Sure.
It
was this motley crew of just everybody.
Different personalities, man. And JJ, you got to throw JJ in
JJ.
JJ was kind of like Dogs, kind of had that goth, you know, industrial thing going on. But, man, of all the people that kind of stuck out would probably be Jeff or E-Man because of the, you know, like I said, I use the term square, and I'll stick with it. But, brother, somewhere overnight, I mean, bro, just one day, he came in wearing a black T-shirt, jeans, pretty much lost his religion. Turned me on to Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
E-Man turned me on to Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
To this day, he will always forever be special to me for no other reason than that alone. But, man, there was so many other reasons why E-Man will always be a part of my life. But the reason we started calling him E-Man, because before he got cool, well, I shouldn't say. Let me rephrase that, man. He was cool from day one, man. But before he kind of changed his style up, let's put it like that.
Found himself.
He found himself, brother. And right before this happened, we were working at Gaston College Radio. You know, that's where we were going to school for broadcast. So we were working actually in the station. And there was this old funk group called the Jimmy Castor Bunch. And this group is off the chain, man. I've actually went back and listened to them in my adult life. And this band was on fucking point, bro. They're fire. They're a great funk band. But the cover of this album, and Jimmy Castor was a black man. Mm-hmm. So it showed him on the cover, and this guy's from the 70s, so he had a big afro, and he's wearing all leather. He's in front of this bike. Cool ass shit, man. Right. And the name of the album was E-Man Groovin'. Okay. That was the name of the band, or excuse me, the name of the album, and name of the hit single that came off it was E-Man Groovin'. And once again, man, the song is fire. Right. Why somebody hasn't sampled this song in a hip hop track or something is beyond me, because it's fire. Yeah. So we started picking on E-Man because E-Man was white bread as hell. Uh-huh. You know, he wore the damn, the buttons up in the ties. And then we had, E-Man Groovin' on this album cover, who was this complete opposite, man. A black man, big afro, all leather, standing in front of my cool as shit. Yeah. So we started picking on him and kind of ribbing him and calling him E-Man. Right. And it stuck. And it just stuck. But, man, E-Man went from this kind of, like I said, kind of squared up, conservative, ultra-conservative, to cool as shit. So cool, in fact, Mike, so cool that E-Man was actually the guitarist in the only band that I've ever played in front of people with. Okay. Me, Christo, David Haze, and E-Man formed the group, the Ham Bones, and we performed, and it's the only time I performed in front of people. And E-Man not only was a guitarist, but also played the harmonica and played the shit well.
And that was at
the Gaston College Dance-a-thon. Dance-a-thon.
What?
Dance-a-thon.
There you
Jesus,
go.
Man. Boy, maybe I ought to be more of a newspaper writer than a podcaster.
You get some subtitles on that.
Easy for me to say. Pudsworth, can you get us some subtitles? But man, I just want to take just a brief moment, man, just kind of say why E-Man will always be E-Man to me. And just once again, Sweet Feather of Jesus, I want to thank you guys for putting us over. And E-Man, you also really gave me a treasure this week that I'm not going to talk about right now. Let's just say that you brought something to my attention that I haven't heard or saw or thought about in about 2 decades. Right. We'll get to that, man. That's for later on.
Since you're talking about Boy Scouts, former Boy Scouts, there is one more spot I want to hit on this Australian Super Show.
Oh yeah, man. I'm sorry, dude. I kind of got off subject on that. My fault.
Yeah. I got off on my Shawn Michaels, Carney.
Then we started bitching about the chicks,
But okay, so Cena makes it back. The face that runs the place, or as he's referred to now, is the face that left the place.
Right.
Made his deal back in Australia in a tag match with
Christ.
Him and Bobby Lashley. Oh boy, I love me some Bobby Lashley.
I hear he's got a lot of charisma. I saw the shit where he fucked up the vocals, man, to something. Wasn't he singing a song with somebody, man, and he couldn't remember the lyrics? It's almost like he forgot the lyrics to the national anthem. Anyway.
So he's teaming up with Lashley against Kevin Owens. Love Kevin Owens.
Hey, man, I actually hear he's going to be working every independent show this weekend. Hey. I saw him on all the posters.
I wouldn't blame him after this one.
Oh, boy.
And he's tagging up with Elias. I don't know if you've seen Elias.
I have.
I love me some Elias.
I hear he's really great, man. Everybody puts him over, dude. He's got to be the shit. He's got to be.
So, all right. So John's coming in here, and he's got his hair back. I'm pretty sure that hair was fading.
Right.
To begin with.
Right on.
He was missing some hair.
Yeah, it happened, yeah.
So I don't know how you magically get hair back.
I
don't know if you just have to take some time off or what, but damn, I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try whatever he's on.
Let me know it works, brother, because I'm getting a little thin up there myself, man.
Yeah. So John, he does his deal. It's John, Big Match John.
Right.
And I'm trying to pull this clip up to where he breaks out this new move.
Right. Yeah, now this is new to me, man. I haven't seen any of this or
a brand new move from John Cena. It's called the Sixth Move of Doom.
Sixth move of Doom. Okay.
Move of Doom. Implying there are 5 more moves of Doom before that. All right.
All right, so I'm watching this live. This is the first time I'm seeing this.
Okay. Now, John Cena. Now, he appears to go Super Saiyan right here.
Yeah, he's
if you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, he's just going full Super Saiyan.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know enough Dragon Ball Z, Pudsworth.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
Yeah, exactly what he just said right there is exactly what John Cena said. So, and he comes in with a.
It looked like a. What was that?
It was a backhand.
Oh, he won like that?
Yes, sir.
Man,
would you like to see that again?
No, but I want to. I mean, right, I don't, but I need to.
Because it only lasts, about 5 seconds.
Dude, that's the most whack shit I've seen. What the fuck, man? See, this is why I can't watch shit like All In and then watch this bullshit, dude.
See, and I'm a person that has really come up, and stepped up for John Cena.
Oh, I love Cena. Up to now.
Okay, well, and I love the person outside of John Cena and what he does.
Absolutely.
But this, I mean,
that's whack as fuck, is what that is, dude.
Let's see that again.
That's wackadacious. I mean,
Super Saiyan.
So yeah, he's doing the Z-ball thing, and he. Dude, it's like a flying burrito without the flying. That's what it is, dude.
It's a backhand.
That motherfucker did a standing burrito and won. Now, this is the same group of motherfuckers that'll put somebody in a goddamn pile driver 12 times in a fucking row. And he just won. Excuse my language, people. But then he went. Okay, this is why I don't watch current product, man. This is why. Okay.
But can you blame it on the current product?
Can
you blame it? You know what this.
But that is current product. That is it.
And this is gonna.
That's it.
And this is what I. As soon as I saw this damn thing, I immediately got a flashback of WWF. At this time, they had the talent.
Yeah.
They had the talent. They did not know what to do with
it, man.
They did not know how to use it, how to write it out. And guess what? That time, WCW
damn near put them out of business, man.
Snuck in there and almost put them
straight
completely out. If there was a company that could take and sneak in there.
Amen. And hey, man, don't put these motherfuckers that did All In, man. Don't I damn discount these people, bro.
I won't.
That shit after watching what I watched a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Compared to this whack ass bullshit that you just showed me,
yeah.
man. It kind of makes you a little mad, don't it? I mean, I'm over here getting a little pissed off, man. So. Fuck the WWE if they can't do any better than that. And I'm going to tell you where I think they really... And I know we're going to do new school versus old school one day, man. But I think where they fuck up more than anything... Well, for one, letting bullshit like that happen. But another thing, man, is they got to script out every fucking interview, dude. If these motherfuckers were actors, they would be in Hollywood, man. John Cena's just now starting to get into Hollywood.
This takes me back to that main event. Triple H and Undertaker.
Right.
And putting them, it's a big name. It's a big draw.
Yeah, sure.
But the fact that they did that, they don't have enough.
There's no
faith in their guys, in their current guys, in their product.
Amen. They're not making stars.
No.
They're relying on people from fucking 30 years ago, man, is what they're doing, man. There's no more star power because they don't let them be stars. Right. Well, let's hire a bunch of soap opera writers. Bro, I actually saw a job description for a WWE writer years ago, and it really said prereq was soap opera writer. Yeah. There you go. Just because wrestling's always been considered a quote-unquote soap opera for men doesn't mean it's a fucking soap opera for women, man. And they're getting... Well, I hate to use that, those terminologies, man, obviously,
Because soap operas are pretty much dead
anymore. Man. Yeah, exactly. And that's why, because the writing fucking sucks. And now you're trying to put it on WWE. Jesus Christ, man. I'm getting on my soapbox. Scary wrestlers, brother. Because that shit's scary. This shit's right here scary.
We had a topic for the show today.
Yeah. Dude, we ought to just...
I promise it wasn't... I promise I didn't come in here with the intention of talking about this damn Australian pay-per-view the whole time. And maybe we will one day. But I just wanted to pick apart these spots.
Dude, maybe we ought to call this PUDcast Pissed Off Puds. 12 or some shit,
Down
man,
under.
or week 16. Yeah,
Puds down under.
Puds down under, mate. Which is why we got Surrey and Pudsworth with us.
Let me tell you what. I'll tell you what's down under.
This match was down under my balls. That finishing move was definitely Famunga. Famunga these nuts, but.
Whew.
All right, bro. Scary wrestlers, my friend.
Ooh, let's cool it down for a minute.
Hey, let's calm down.
Ah,
Me and Mike just popped a goodie powder for this one too, man. That might have a little bit to do with it.
it might.
I'm a little cracked out on the goodies, but scary wrestlers, brother. I think, man, let's break into today's topic matter or subject matter, bro.
Yes. It's October.
Yay, man! Halloween season's kicking off.
Yeah.
I know this is probably your favorite time of year,
It
man.
is.
This is my
And this
second
stretch
favorite.
from here to Christmas.
See, I'm a Christmas guy.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. I love Christmas, man. But you're right. This really does kick off the holiday season.
Yeah.
And it starts out with my second favorite holiday being Halloween.
Right.
You know, I love Christmas. That's my number one. Halloween's right up there, man. Close number two.
I don't think anybody should take away anything from Thanksgiving either, because
Oh, except for me taking away 20 to 25 pounds after I eat. God damn.
there's a day dedicated to just eating.
And Starcade.
I'm good.
Oh, me too, brother.
You know, that's
And that's always Starcade Day to me, man. I'll
Yeah,
still
oh, yeah.
go. Well, I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll get some Starcade stuff in,
Yes,
in
sir.
this, next month for sure. But to me, I always considered Thanksgiving to be a wrestling holiday, and I still
Yep.
watch those tapes on Thanksgiving. Everybody watches the football games. I watch Starcade.
Yep.
You know. But no, man, we can't take it nothing away. But there's something about Christmas to me, it's just so festive and the lights and
Oh, yeah.
Santa
Yeah.
and the elves, shit like that, man. I just love it. And Halloween too, man. It's like we start out with like the scary stuff, the evil stuff, the horror stuff, and we end it with like elves and flying reindeer. I just love it, man.
it's just a weird culture.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
We're
we
very
are.
eclectic, man. We're a mixed bunch
Yeah.
here, and I love that. And I love that about America. So, bro, scary wrestlers.
Yes.
Scary wrestlers,
All
man.
right.
All right, where do we? Once again, man,
Where
we're
do you
calling.
start with this?
I mean, where do you start? I mean,
Jesus, man.
there's been so many different, like, I would say, like, scary wrestlers. And this covers a broad area.
Oh yeah.
To where just somebody is mean.
Right.
Or somebody is nasty.
Right.
Or just a flat-out monster.
Right. Or is it a gimmick?
A gimmick.
You know what I mean? Are we talking Ole Anderson?
Ole Anderson mean
Was
cause
scary as
damn
fuck.
scary, dude.
Or are we talking, Papa Shango, who also
Scary.
scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Two completely different manners here, though,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Now, the person playing Papa Shango, the Godfather, I forget his real name, man. Hey, Pudsworth, look that up for us, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's why we got Pudsworth in the house.
He was coming Mustafa.
Right. And then he became, obviously, the Godfather.
Yes.
He's scary in real life, man. I mean, he's like a shoot fighter.
Oh, yeah.
The Ultimate
Yeah.
Fighter was actually close to his real life.
He had to hook up, too.
Oh, hell yeah, man. The Ho Train was in the house.
Whoa.
What's his name? Charles Wright. Thank you,
Charles
Pudsworth.
Wright.
Thank you, sir. Hell, I knew we made the right choice, God damn it.
Pudsworth in the
Pudsworth in the
house.
house. But Charles Wright, man, is a scary individual, I think, on his own.
Yeah.
But Papa Shango, to me, Mike, in fact, he's actually going to be on our artwork this week for the
Yes.
show. And I mean, because I thought that one stuck out, bro. I was like, that
That
the
was a
one.
fantastic time for WWE to have those scary characters.
Absolutely, man.
You had Taker.
Oh, who was
There's
absolutely going
another
to be, King.
But he had so many levels of scary that we're going to have to come back to the
And
Taker.
break him down,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
But Papa Shango at that time.
Oh.
See, because to me, I'm still young,
Right.
but I got
We
it.
were older at
Yeah.
this time. We knew he wasn't a real
Right.
voodoo
Voodoo
doctor, a witch
But
doctor.
Voodoo was still scary.
Hell yeah. And the way he put it over was scary. The way his body movements were and the way he would like shake. Yeah, man, that shit was like, oh, yeah.
goddamn.
Like, definitely old enough to know it's a work, but still like, oh, shit, man. That's creepy.
I'd watched, what was the movie? Damn it, Serpent and Rainbow.
Oh, great movie, man.
Yeah.
Great movie.
And it was fresh off of that still, God,
So that should have,
fucking, oh God.
that shit was creepy as
Yeah.
hell, man. That
Yeah.
movie's great.
Yeah.
So when he makes the Ultimate Warrior
Throw up, man, or when he
throw up,
bled,
or when he bled the
black.
bled the black blood,
Yes.
man, out of his head.
That shit was, And you know, man, what I loved about that angle is the Ultimate Warrior was unstoppable at this point. No regular person could beat him. In other words, Mike, the only thing that could beat the Ultimate Warrior was black magic.
Yeah.
Was voodoo, man. That was the only thing and obviously we knew it's a work. We knew it wasn't real.
But it was still, you had that suspension of disbelief when it was going on. It was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
how the fuck did he get that smoke to come out of the skull?
Yeah. Or where did the blood come from, man?
Oh man, you know, it's just those things, those little things that make it great.
But great, man. And I swear, when he threw up, when he made Ultimate Warrior puke, I remember laughing. But it was, like I said, man, I wasn't laughing because it was hokey. I was laughing because it was entertaining, man. And it put the angle over. I mean, you really thought Papa Shango was going to be able to defeat the Ultimate Warrior with the use of voodoo.
He's going to make him die.
Die for real, man. And it worked so well. But it was. I
just wonder why he didn't have a voodoo doll with him and put pins in his shoulders.
Dude.
So he could keep him down on the mat.
Oh, that would have been awesome, man. And you know what they could have used? They could have used the action figure. You know, the one you could buy, man. I mean, hell, I'd have sold that son of a bitch.
Or the stuffed one.
The buddy. The wrestling buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that'd be dope, bro. That'd be dope. I'd be buying.
Put pins in it.
Yeah. Pin that motherfucker down to the floor.
1, 2, 3.
Done and done, man. Done. But, you know, I wonder, Mike, if you were a kid, like, you know, when we first started watching wrestling, let's say you're 8, 9 years old. I wonder what an 8 or 9-year-old would have thought about Papa Shango at that time. It would have probably scared the shit. It scared the shit out of you, man.
You would see some of the reaction shots that they would get on the shows.
Yeah. Dude,
now sometimes, you know, especially with certain characters, like Papa Shango or somebody other kind of heel, you know, that was just really mean, nasty, a monster. You would see some of the crowd reactions from the kids crying.
Yes, man.
It was like, oh, you know, that's where, you know, they got them. You know?
Man.
It's hard to see the kids cry, but at the same time, it's like, hey,
it puts it over.
Yeah,
it put it over so well, man. And the thing with Papa Shango and those reactions is not only was it fear, but it was like shock.
Yeah,
and it was awe.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was like these people's eyes would be wide ass open, man. But yeah, dude. I mean, Papa Shango's one. Hey, man, we got to talk about the Brood a little bit.
Oh, the Brood.
The Brood were great.
Yeah, I love the Brood. When they first came out.
Gangrel. Christian and Edge. Yes, man. What to this day, the one thing that really sticks out with the Brood for me, well, other than the music, man, the music was
great.
Maybe some of the best intro music of all time. I think it's probably the best custom intro music of all time. Really, man.
Yes.
I mean, if it's not, it's high up there, bro.
Was that a? Oh God, what's his name?
Who did the music for?
Is it Jeff Johns, something like that?
Jeff Jones.
Jeff Jones.
Is it Jeff Jones?
Look at it.
Did the?
If you would, brother.
It was doing a lot of the music for WWF at that time.
Yes. I think it was, man, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get
I don't think it was Michael Haze.
I hope it wasn't. Even though, I love Bad Street, man. Hey, Bad Street was the shit, dude. But, you know,
he came in with that feud around that time, I believe.
It might have been.
When he was with the Hardys.
The Hardy Boys. It could have been around about then, man.
But, no, it was great because, you know, here you had these vampires. And vampires were pretty hot at that time. We're not talking about, like, you know, what's the vampire series that came along in the past 10 years?
Twilight?
Twilight, yeah.
Oh,
these weren't
Jesus
Twilight.
Christ,
yeah,
man.
These weren't Twilight vampires.
Dude, let me tell you.
Jim Johnson? Okay.
Let me tell you a little bit about Twilight, man. Just a slight side note. I didn't know what Twilight was. So I was looking up, trying to find a movie to watch one night, and I was in the mood to watch a vampire movie. So I was like, oh, man, Twilight. Excuse me. I've never heard of it. I'll check it out. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, Mike Payne, bro. That was 20 minutes of my fucking life I'll never get back. That shit sucked so hard, man.
Did you stop after 20 minutes?
About 20 minutes in.
Okay.
Yeah, I made it 20. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So you actually...
You glittered.
You learn your lesson from us watching a 2.5-hour goddamn Brotherhood of the Wolf movie. It was a French fucking movie. You remember that movie?
It sounds familiar, man.
Yeah, we sat 2.5 hours through that movie expecting a goddamn werewolf.
And it never happened.
Never happened.
No, I learned my lesson, man.
Oh, hell.
Oh, when that little motherfucker started sparkling, I was like, see you.
Bye.
Bye. But you're right, Mike. When Gangrel and the Brood were out, man, vampires were hot. Dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, like real vampires,
Yeah.
like real honest to God shit. You know.
Well, I don't know about real vampires, but
you know.
with
a capital V.
Because at that time there were a lot of pretend vampires running around in
Charlotte. we ain't gonna put nobody on blast on that.
You don't?
Nah, not this
okay.
week. Not this week.
Because Vampire the Masquerade was huge at
was
that
big.
time.
It was big.
It was a huge live action role playing.
And we did know people that were involved.
We knew a lot of people that were involved.
Heavily involved.
Yes, sir.
There were werewolves too. Gay. They really sucked. Get it? Sucked.
Yeah.
Vampires. Anyway, man.
All right.
But the Brood was the shit, man.
All right.
And Mike, the one thing that I remember from the Brood more than anything, we discussed it when we brought up the late great Ray Traylor, is when they hung the big boss man.
Yeah.
And when they joined the Ministry.
Right.
That was cool shit.
Ministry.
Man. Oh, bro.
There's another one.
Once again, we brought up the Undertaker a little bit ago, and we could probably do a show on the. In fact, one day we may do a show strictly on the Undertaker. In my opinion, Mike, that era of the Undertaker was his scariest.
Yes.
When he crucified,
Yeah.
when he was crucifying people like Stone Cold,
Yeah.
bro, that was heavy.
But
man.
let's go back to the Brood for a second.
Yeah, okay.
Remember the bloodbaths?
Yes, that was innovative. Man.
Yes.
That was creepy.
Yes.
I mean, once again, we were older, so we weren't all like, "Oh my God!" But can you imagine a kid just getting drowned in blood, man?
Carried
out, dude.
Yeah.
It was so awesome.
Yep.
Once again, man, it's those kind of angles that really just pulled you into it. And Mike, you were just talking earlier about current product, how they don't know how to use their talent. They don't know what to do with them, which is such a complete and total, I don't know, man, departure from what they were doing in that period, man.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what to do with Gangrel.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what to do with Christian
Yes.
Edge. I mean, man,
Yeah.
that's
They
why.
were on it.
Oh, they were on it, man.
Yeah.
They were on point with that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, those bloodbaths were great.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, those were a lot of fun.
Hey, Mike, let me ask you about this wrestler.
Okay.
About the missing link.
Missing link? I did not even. I tried to make a list of everything. I missed.
You missed the missing link.
The missing link.
That's ironic, man. He was scary as hell, man.
I didn't think he was that scary.
Really? I was just a pussy when I was a kid.
I mean, no, there was a lot of wrestlers that scared me. He was one for some reason that just didn't get me.
Really, he always got me a little bit, man. I don't know why.
I saw him. It was weird in Link's matches because he looked like he was beating himself up more than he was beating up his damn opponent.
True that, man.
Because he just rammed himself into turnbuckles and all kinds of wood shit. And it just.
But see, that's what scared me. I was like, man, this guy's nuts.
This damn idiot's just beating the hell out of himself.
And see, I'm over here like, he's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
Look at him. I mean, look at the guy. But I always liked him, man. I always considered him to be somewhat scary as a kid.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, man, I just had somebody on my mind and it just slipped my mind. What about you, Mike? Who's some others you got, brother?
Well, the one I always think of that and you say scary wrestler, I always think Abdullah the Butcher.
Got to, man. Got to.
Abdullah the freaking Butcher, dude.
Got to. Absolutely.
Damn scary.
And let's just
nothing but scary.
100%, man. And we're actually going to touch on this a little bit more after the break. But we got to discuss. I mean, once again, this will come back up. We got a little surprise, another surprise for you guys out there in Pudville. We'll get there. But man, his magazine covers. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear to God, man, Abdullah probably sold more PWIs than anybody else because his covers on those magazines were epic.
Yeah.
I mean, man, you would spot that. You would see blood in the grocery store shelf, basically. And it was so dramatic, and it was just so shocking and scary.
Yeah.
And scary, man. But when he would pull those forks out.
Oh, dude. He pulled a fork out of his pants.
Yeah, and like stick you with it.
Yeah, stick you with it.
I mean, that was great.
It's not just scary enough that you're getting stuck with a fork in the head by this butcher.
But right.
But this fork has been in his pants. Or possibly under a fold.
It's probably under his nutsack, man, which means...
No, it ain't that far down. He never went that far down.
I hope not, man.
It was just right up here, under that first lap.
Because, man, you don't want to get infected with Abdullah nut juice, man.
I mean, even still, it's under that first lap.
Oh, his titty?
No, down here at his waist.
Yeah. Second titties.
Not the upper lap.
Not his... Not the upper titties, but the lower titties. Back titties. Thank you, Pudworth. God damn it, man. We hit it. I knew we was doing good by bringing Pudworth in. God damn it, man. That's what's up.
No, yeah. I mean, come on, man. You know, what's under there?
Dude, who knows?
What's under there?
Hell, man, fucking Jimmy Hoffa.
A fork under there, apparently.
Motherfucker probably got a buffet. He probably got the whole buffet under there.
So whatever that fork's been on is going into your head.
Man. Into your bloody head.
Scary.
Oh, scary as shit, dude. Now, I want to hold off. There's a couple we want to bring up after the break, man.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about it a little bit more. But, man, I just got to go ahead and bring him up now because he's just the epitome of what scary wrestler is. And that's Kevin Sullivan.
Oh, damn.
We're going into Kevin a lot more after the break. I just had to bring him up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, where do you start? I mean, what else? Florida, man.
You got to start in Florida.
I mean, they said this guy was so hot and had so much heat that they burned his van. Did you ever hear that story, man? The fans actually burnt Kevin Sullivan's van, dude. Because they bought into it, hook, line, and sinker, man. He was a Satanist. He was evil. There's people that thought he was a demon.
Okay. Let's go back to that. First off, it was never said that he was a Satanist.
They never actually used
that.
The
was
words.
an after thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sullivan and Eddie Graham never wanted that Satanist title in any of this.
I didn't know that.
Because he would talk about the Voodoo and stuff overseas in Asia.
Right.
Or like an Asian cult, you kind of,
I got you.
that in. They never wanted to go as far as, especially Eddie Graham,
right,
who was running Florida at that time. Never wanted to go into the Satanist thing.
I did not know that.
It was after that on his magazine, and they had free range of whatever.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Something I didn't know until like the last few years.
Right.
Really, man, I didn't know that. But after,
just free range to everybody.
Yeah.
Interviews never happened.
No, man, no. That's what tripped me out, man. There was never an interview in pre-WI. It was all Bill Apter.
Yes.
Just writing it out, in character.
So it was him that said on the front cover, I can't remember if it wasn't PWI. It was like one of the sister publications. It was like
Pro Wrestling
Sports Review.
Weekly. Yeah. The Wrestler. I think the Wrestler was one. You're right.
It said Kevin Sullivan states Satan is my manager.
Okay, and that's what kind of really.
That's what took it off.
No shit.
So it was always from there on kind of implied
that he was a Satanist and everything.
Yeah.
The Taskmaster definitely had that, that invitation to it or whatever.
But it definitely had that feel.
Oh yeah, man.
Of something sinister, darkness, cult,
demonic, even.
Yes.
I mean, even without being said, there was still that.
And it was scary.
And it was scary as shit, man, because it was legit.
Right.
It really looked like this guy because Kevin Sullivan wasn't the biggest guy, man. He wasn't the most intimidating looking. But he could work his ass off now. I mean,
but he had somebody beside of him that was Mark.
Oh God,
not Mean Mark. I'm sorry, Maniac Mark Lewin.
Yes, man. Yes.
Oh my God.
Now,
the Purple Haze.
Right now, see like I said, man, I'm not as familiar with that era. I know of it, man. But.
Dude, the Purple Haze was just. He didn't say anything, but he had this look.
Right.
That he was just nuts.
And sometimes that look's all you need.
Oh.
Because I know we're going to do our top 3 scariest.
Uh-huh.
Just kind of shift gears just a little bit, man. But I want to go back and just talk briefly about Captain Redneck, Dick Murdoch. We're going to go into Dick Murdoch. Right. Because, like, we were saying a little earlier, Mike, we have the gimmicks, like the Undertaker, Mankind. We definitely want to talk about Mankind a little bit. And Kane and these, and the missing link even, we have the Kamala,
Kamala was definitely one.
Was definitely scary, man. Kabuki, stuff like that, Muda, stuff like that. But then you had, like, the guys, like Ole Anderson.
Oh.
You had guys like, Dick Murdoch.
Yes.
You had the guys that you thought would really beat the
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk, man. Like I said, we got a little bit more we want to go into after the break with these guys. But in other words, man, I always consider scary wrestlers to fall into two categories: the gimmick and the man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I don't know if Mick Foley is scary, but I know Mankind and Cactus Jack were scary.
Yes.
Ole Anderson is fucking scary.
Yes.
I don't care if he's Ole Anderson or whatever his real. Hey, can you look up and see what Ole Anderson's real name is, Pudsworth? Or whatever Ole Anderson's real name is.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, that motherfucker's scary as shit, man.
This one might give you a little trouble because I think.
Or is he actually Ole Anderson?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's, it's a Polish name.
Alan Robert Rongo Linsky?
Close enough, brother. That works for me.
Something like that.
If I can remember it, because I've heard it a lot more. Yeah, Alan Roganowski. Rogan.
I'll tell you what's scary is pronouncing his fucking name. That's the real scary shit. Either way, that motherfucker's scary.
Very.
That's the Wahoo McDaniel.
Wahoo McDaniel
was a scary motherfucker,
scary.
man.
Be scary, mean. Johnny Valentine.
Fuck yeah, man. You know, Freddie Blassie. Back in the day, man, he actually filed his teeth into fangs.
Yeah.
I mean, man, that's hardcore shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know, yeah, like I said, the list goes on and on, man. But you know,
sure, Vader.
Vader was a good one, dude. Vader was scary as hell.
Sid.
Oh yeah, you know, Sid Vicious, man. Once again, and you know, even before Sid was Sid Vicious, he was Lord Humongous.
Right.
You know, which was basically a take of the Mad Max Road Warrior. You know, he basically wore a hockey mask. Hey, you had Jason the Terrible.
Jason the Terrible.
Leatherface.
Well, here's another one. Let's step back to what we just said. The Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors were scary as shit. Cool as hell.
Run down to the ring and whip your ass.
Listen to Iron Man, bro. To me, Black Sabbath was the scariest band.
Yeah.
Like, the first time I heard the song Black Sabbath, it scared me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, legitimately, I really was scared, and I loved that, man.
Yeah.
I loved that. And when you had Iron Man and these two huge motherfucking giants of men,
spiked out,
spikes, war paint, and they would go in and they would just kill you, man. Kill you. Hell yeah, that was scary, man.
Yeah.
That was good shit, dude. I mean, yeah, but like I said, it breaks down in those different categories of the real, legit guys that you thought that would just break your neck versus Brock Lesnar, man.
Still scares me
to death.
Because I don't know. I watch a lot of Brock matches. I love Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, I'm a mark.
I just don't know where he's going, working or shooting.
You never know.
You never know.
And the thing about Brock, bro, he is the real deal. You know, I mean, he is. And it's funny because I can compare him to someone like Kurt Angle, and I don't consider Kurt Angle to be a scary person, even though he could totally break your neck in a blink of an eye. You know, and could really probably take down Brock. You know,
right?
But Brock has that. I don't know, man. It's just his way. It's his
beast.
He's a beast.
Yes.
He's half man, half machine, all beast.
Yeah.
Half man, half machine, all beast.
Yes.
And well, Mike, I tell you what, bro, we are probably about at the halfway point here, bro. You want to take a little break?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's take us a little break, and we'll be right back. Because after the break, we got something really special coming up. Something that, once again, man, something new in Pudville, and something I think that you guys will enjoy. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. What's up, Puds? This is Jason from the PUDcast with Jason and Mike, and I want to take this opportunity to talk to y'all about GameSwap, located at 112 Northeast Court Square, right here in beautiful downtown Lincoln, North Carolina. Whether you're looking for the best new games and consoles, or you're more of a retro guy like me, GameSwap has you covered. People, I'm talking everything from Atari, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, Xbox. Hey, there's even systems I've never even heard of before. So if you're a hobbyist, a hardcore gamer, or a collector, GameSwap is the only place to go. And maybe video games isn't your thing. Well, that's cool too, because GameSwap is much more than just a game store. They also carry a vast selection of comic books, toys, t-shirts, and all sorts of collectibles spanning all aspects of pop culture, from science fiction, action, adventure, TV, horror, and all points in between. You really just have to see it to believe it. So what are you waiting for? Get on down here to GameSwap and see it for yourself, and tell them that the Puds sent you. All right, Puds, we're back here in the Pud Cave. Mike, we got something really, really cool lined up for the people out. For the people listening at home, we got something really cool lined up, brother.
Yes.
From the first day that I posted something on Facebook about doing this podcast, known as the PUDcast, a good friend of mine reached out. One of the first people to really reach out to us, and it's my friend Brian Stover from high school, man. Basically what we got, man, we got a call in from Brian. I reached out to Brian, and I was like, hey, man, we'd really like for you to be a part of this show, because when we were talking about it, this was the episode that Brian was really like, man, I would like to be a part of that as well. Right. You know, obviously, Brian's in the military. I would like to thank him for his service before we even go any further. But, you know, he's not able to get into the studio, and we just don't have the technology to do the Skyping thing. Yeah, I mean, we could do that, but I'm lazy. I mean, man, we could bullshit. Well, there's financial issues and, there's technology. Nah, man.
There's always financial
issues.
I
mean, that's every fucking day, bro. I mean, that shit never changes.
Yeah.
But nah, we're just lazy with it, man. Maybe one of these days. But in the meantime, he did record something. And this is the first time we've done this, Mike. We actually have somebody to send in a pre-recording.
This
is cool. This is cool shit, man.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to let you people at home hear the recording, then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it just a little bit. So, Braun, take it away, brother.
Thank you, Jason and Mike, for allowing me time this week on the PUDcast. This is Brian Stover, Lincoln class of 1993, coming in from the most powerful city in the world. Jason asked me to name the top 3 scariest wrestlers, so in no particular order, I have my top 5. So I need to be quick with it. Kevin Sullivan, the demented satanic worshiper coming out of Florida, who had classic battles with Blackjack Mulligan, the barbarian, physical freak, star of the Paul Jones stable, the great Kabuki. He had it all with the intimidating face paint and the elaborate mask, combined with the blinding green mist. Abdullah the Butcher loved his being captured on PWI, those bloody matches, scars to prove it. Also, was it Abdullah who attacked Dusty in West Lincoln while Dusty was holding a bag of Wendy's? Have you ever wondered if Dusty went to the Wendy's on East Main Street before the show? I have. Finally, my top 5 has Sid Vicious. I once heard a crazy story of Sid kicking out the App State basketball team out of their own locker rooms in Boone. Bonus. Who did not believe the Funk Brothers, Dick Slater, and Dick Murdoch when they would be interviewed by Bob Caudle? I had no doubt in my mind as a child that they would get in a brawl in a Winn-Dixie parking lot if given the opportunity.
All right, man, we're back. Brian, brother, once again, thank you for sending that in.
That was awesome.
That is so cool and awesome, man. And just to kind of elaborate on Brian's point, I absolutely believe those guys would get in a fight in the Winn-Dixie parking lot or anywhere else, man. I think they would
anywhere they wanted to.
They would get in a fight at their grandmother's funeral.
Yes.
And win. know? And once again, Brian, that was just awesome, man. That was amazing. Thank you again for wanting to be a part of this and for being a part of this, man. So let's talk about some of his choices, man. Now, some of these guys, Mike, we've already touched on a little bit.
Yes.
Kevin Sullivan, Brian's first mention, and somebody we mentioned as well. You cannot talk scary without talking Kevin Sullivan, man. You just can't do it. Somebody he brought up that we have not talked about, the Barbarian.
Barbarian.
That guy was nuts scary, bro.
Yeah.
Huge. Man, huge. The face paint.
Yes.
There was a lot of similarities, obviously, with him and the Road Warriors.
Well, it's like what we talked about with the Mad Max movies, and how so influential that movie was to the wrestling business.
It was. Yes, sir.
As far as making characters, and he would fall into that category.
Absolutely. And one thing about, to me, what made the Barbarian a lot scarier than the Road Warriors, he didn't talk.
No.
He had to have somebody talk for him, man. He would just make noises. He would do the hush. The hush. Kind of like the Bruiser Brody's one, man, that we ought to talk about.
Yes, sir.
We'll get to him.
Another one.
Let's talk about Brian's picks first, and we'll get to Brody. Because he had a similar vocal style.
Right.
But yeah, man, the Barbarian was fucking scary as shit, man. The Kabuki.
Well, speaking of Barb, his partner.
Oh, the Warlord?
No. Well, the Warlord.
Later on.
Scary again. That's another. I almost forgot about the Warlord. He was another one that kind of took out from that character of the Mad Max movies.
Right.
But his longtime partner, one of the scariest men for real. Meng.
Bro.
Yes.
Bro. You talk about, once again, the legit guys. What's scary about Meng is the stories.
Yes.
I mean, man, this guy has pulled people's teeth out.
Yeah.
Swear to God, man.
Almighty.
Swear to God, he's pulled people's teeth out with his finger.
Oh, my God.
He bit a guy's nose off, and I
Yes.
think he pulled somebody's eye out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, they even said, Barbarian has said in interviews that he was scared. He was scared of Meng. Everybody says that.
Yeah.
Man.
He was scared of, I know, only a handful of people.
Right. Legit scared.
Yes. Meng, Harley Race,
Absolutely.
Gene Anderson.
There you go. Another real
Yes.
deal, scary individual. Absolutely, man.
Yeah. Stu Hart.
Stu Hart was another one, man, because he would actually take you and bend you to death, man.
Yeah.
I mean, hook him, as they call
Yeah.
it. He would hook you and like, just stretch you
Yeah.
in these places you ain't supposed to be stretched,
No.
you know.
Then you go on the flip side of that, and you've got Meng's tag team partner in the WWF for a short period of time. One of the biggest, scariest wrestlers of all time, ever.
And he's in my top 3.
Yes.
And that's, well, we'll go ahead and say
Andre
it,
the
man.
Giant.
Andre the Giant. Andre, when he turned heel against Hogan, scared the shit out of me because, man, he was legit. I mean, nothing is more scary than an honest-to-God, legit, pissed-off Giant.
Yes.
When he would, like, smile or sneer, and he had, like, you know, because he literally had an extra set of teeth. You know, that shit scared me as a kid, man. I mean, dude, when you have Meng or Haku at this point, obviously King Haku in a tag team, and you can actually say Haku was probably the lesser of the two, man. But that's Andre the fucking Giant, man. But you know, man, I want to continue on Brian's picks just a little bit because I'm about to get you know, go on that other avenues. But dude, let's talk about the Great Kabuki for a minute.
Dude, Kabuki.
Holy shit.
To me, when I first saw Kabuki, this was like, I don't know, I didn't know how to describe it. He looked like just this. He looked like a witch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's not in a derogatory way. He just looked like this evil witch.
Like a for real, the real thing, man. Like something you would see out of a horror movie. Legitimately. And I don't know about you, Mike, but it was the first time I ever saw Mist.
Oh God, the Mist was so big and so important in that gimmick.
Oh God, man! And obviously, you know, Muta, who also was really scary.
Right.
And I was probably more familiar with Muta due to Muta's time in Crockett.
Yes.
Than going in WCW. But obviously, man, I watched the old Texas stuff, and you know, I got really familiar with Great Kabuki. But the first time I ever saw anybody get spit in the face with Mist was the Great Kabuki, and I was like, what the hell? And bro. You got to put over the commentators.
Hey, oh yeah, for
because
sure.
they would put that over.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's blind. Yeah. It was like a real deal thing, man. And
but there were different levels of Mist.
Yes, there were. Yes, there were.
And that was the big thing.
You know,
you got hit with the green mist. That was gonna fuck up your day.
Yeah. That was your basic. You know, you're gonna lose the match. You're gonna be fucked up all day.
Yeah.
You know, but you're gonna be all right tomorrow. You'll be all right tomorrow.
Next level.
Was it red?
Red was the highest level.
I thought black was the highest level. Hey, Pudsworth, you want to do a little research on that?
When the hell have you ever seen Purple Mist?
I don't think I've ever seen Purple Mist, man. But see if you can find out the levels of mist there, Puds. Man, we may be able to. Because I always thought it was black. I thought black was death. I always thought if you got hit with the black.
That must have been one of those bootleg kabukis.
Got that shit at Worldwide.
Purple Mist.
That's purple Kool-Aid, motherfucker. That is good Kool-Aid. But I thought red was.
Must have been Mobuki.
or the medium kabuki, not the great kabuki. The mediocre kabuki.
Low rent kabuki.
Low rent kabuki. Have you seen the great kabuki? Nah, we got low rent kabuki. Motherfucker got purple mist.
You got purple mist.
I want the green. Nah, motherfucker. You gotta get great kabuki, get green. Motherfucker, nah, you get purple.
Listen to a lot of Prince.
Hey, man, maybe he is great, but... All right, man, we got to move on, brother.
That's just Kabuki from Minnesota.
God damn it, man. Oh, shit. But, but Kabuki, getting back to Kabuki.
In all seriousness.
Kabuki was scary,
He was, dude.
He was scary. And he could work, man.
Scary. But, yeah, I think red was the highest. You saw the red. That was like death.
Hold on, man.
Oh, God.
Shit. Okay.
What?
All right, man. We're all wrong. Green. I can read these off, man. Holy shit. Okay, green, the commonly used mist, which is said to obstruct the opponent's vision.
Okay.
All right, red was next.
Was it?
Yes, red. Quite often used, but it's said to burn the eyes, used by gangrel, which is known as blood mist. Okay. Black, said to blind the opponent for several weeks. Tajiri used to use this. Blue, I don't even remember blue. But anyway, blue mist sends the opponent to sleep.
The fuck? Yellow
paralyzes the opponent. And purple.
Fuck out of here.
Purple is the top one. Pudsworth was in the house yet again, brother. I'm telling you, man, Pudsworth is on fucking point. Because the purple caused momentary distraction and memory loss. So there you go, brother. Pudsworth is in the house. Pudsworth delivered once again, bro. This is his first fucking day, Mike. He already beat the Puds, man.
I am speechless.
I am too, man.
Purple
is the shit,
Purple.
man. Purple is the fucking
I
shit.
will be damned.
Next time, Pudsworth, we just gonna take your word for it. Man, put that computer down, Pudsworth. We don't need that
You
shit.
don't even need
Don't
it.
need that shit, man. Get that shit out of here. But thank you, brother. Thank you for that. But purple. Blue. I didn't know there was blue mist.
Blue.
That shit
Yeah.
put you to sleep, man.
Yeah.
Hell, I need some of that shit the other night.
Yes.
Dude. I was tired as a motherfucker. But hell, man. But going back to the point, man, he was scary as shit, man.
Who the hell used blue?
I don't know if you're gonna do it. Probably the MPW stuff.
Might have been overseas or some shit, man. I don't know, but yeah, man, we got putted out on that one, dude. But Kabuki, bro.
Smurf mist.
Motherfucker make you shrink.
You would think on the color spectrum, that would be more of the.
See, I figured black would be like the combination of
red.
all of it, man.
Red.
Nah, man, not according to Pudsworth. And I read it myself.
Hey,
so
there
there
you
it is. Hey, we learn new shit every day in the podcast,
There you
brother. We learn shit every day. Well, let's see, who was some of the other ones he talked about? Kabuki, obviously. Abdullah, we touched on Abdullah, and Brian also made a good point about him being on those covers of the magazines, man.
Yeah, well, it was like I saw that.
Yeah, you were there.
That was a TV taping, and oh yeah, that was heavy.
I tell you, man,
that was out of nowhere. Abdullah.
When Brian sent me the voice clip and he brought up, Dusty getting attacked at West Lincoln, I thought of you immediately because I know that's something me and you talked about for years.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is so cool, man, that we're all on the same page with this thing. And just, I never really noticed the Wendy's bag though.
No.
I'm gonna have to go back.
I saw him, out in his truck, before the show.
I remember you telling me about that. Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't see Abdullah come in and
that would have
kind of
ruined it.
That would have just totally
that
killed it.
Yeah. But I would like to think that Wendy's did come from the one here in Lincoln.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes has probably hit every Wendy's in every town and
Yeah.
every state, in the union, But yeah, Abdullah, man, you can't speak scary and not talk Abdullah.
Yeah.
And you can't talk Abdullah without talking about those classic, epic magazine covers, man.
Yeah.
You just can't do it. They go hand in hand. Sid Vicious was another one Brian brought up.
Yes.
Sid Vicious, man, was scary as shit.
All right.
I was not
a big Sid fan.
I wasn't either, to be honest with you.
He didn't do a whole lot for me.
Me either.
In that initial Skyscrapers run, as a
I
tag
remember
team,
that. Yeah.
I think to me it was more over in that capacity. Other than singles, I just didn't. He just didn't strike me, especially when he talked.
Now I will say, now when he would speak, man, God bless Sid, but he's a hick like I am, bro. I mean, we're neighbors. I mean, Now I'll tell you this much, man. When he came back as Psycho Sid after the whole Arn Anderson incident, they were kind of alluding to that stuff. I thought, as far as being scary, like legit, that was I thought fairly scary to a certain degree because it was real.
Yeah.
Because the man is nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, all that shit's a straight up shoot. And as far as Brian talking about clearing out the App State locker room, now that I've never heard.
I've never heard.
I need to go back and look that up, but I sure as hell believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking believe it though, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing in my body that says that Sid Vicious could not clear him
It
out.
was big enough.
Oh hell yeah, man. And I think, let's see, did we hit them all Pudsworth?
Speaking of big,
I think we hit them all. Well,
speaking of big scary guys, Braun Strowman.
hey man, good point. Good point. We still need to talk about
Scary.
some of these guys that are out right now,
Yeah.
man. Once again, not as familiar. I'm not as familiar, but I am aware. And he's a hoss, bro.
Yeah.
He looks huge.
Monster among men. I mean,
Yeah,
he
man.
is. Right now, he is that company's lead.
Well, man, we got to talk about the Wyatts.
Wyatts are
You know?
another one.
I tell you, man, one of the last gimmicks that I was getting into was the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
I loved that gimmick. I loved how they were wearing the mask. I loved like the crickets and the lights.
Yeah.
They had that kind of throwback to that swamp type,
Right.
horror type,
Yeah.
gimmick, and I really did enjoy that.
Yep.
And that was really one of my favorite things WWE has probably done in the last decade.
They did it well. They did it
They
well
did.
at that time.
They really did, but
They kind of,
it kind of dropped out.
Yeah.
Once again, which seems to be a little bit of a theme. It's so hard to get
It's a huge
invested.
theme.
Yeah, it's just
you just don't have any direction.
no, and you can't get invested in what you do.
Nope.
They try. Hell, bro, that's what's scary.
Yeah.
That's really scary in wrestling is the lack of character development. But anyway, man,
Well,
I don't want to get into that.
well, speaking of Wyatt, and kind of something that was retro to that was kind of failed. That I felt like it was almost a revisiting of that gimmick. Was the Waylon Mercy.
Oh, bro.
I remember y'all were so...
I love...
between you and David Hayes.
We love Waylon.
Absolutely
I still do. Dan Spivey.
I did not get into it as much
really?
as y'all did.
Oh, I don't know what it was. First of all, I like Dan Spivey. I've
Uh-huh.
always liked Dan Spivey as a wrestler.
Okay.
I thought he was really good. But, man, there was something about the Waylon Mercy game. Well, for one, it was a takeoff of Cape Fear.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
love that movie. To this day, that's one of my favorite horror movies. Thrillers, I don't know if you could really call it a horror, but it's definitely a good thriller. To this day, it's one of my favorite movies of that genre. And, man, I thought the gimmick was great. Because, I loved how he would shake your hand.
Mm-hmm.
It was just those little subtle, the tattoo work.
Yeah.
The lives are in Waylon Mercy's hands. I love that gimmick. And I really think it did not go over as well as it could.
Right.
It
may have been ahead of its time.
I think it was, man. And also, I know Dan Spivey, I believe, was injured.
Right.
And had to, retire prematurely. So
Yeah.
it never had the chance to take off,
Yeah.
I think, as good as it could have. Dude, I'm really under the impression that if Waylon Mercy could have stuck around, I think we'd be talking about Dan Spivey in a lot wider range right now. I think he would be next level. Because I think Dan Spivey's next level anyway. I always did. But I think he would be considered legendary at this point. Because I love Waylon Mercy, bro.
Yeah.
I did. I remember that, Mike. I remember me and you even discussing that. Like, you just weren't into him as much as me and Dogs, some other friends of ours were into him at the time. But I still thought it was a scary kind of gimmick, man, because it was a straight up take of Cape Fear. And that's a pretty scary movie.
Oh, yeah.
It gets into some pretty hard themes. And so did Waylon Mercy.
Exactly.
And I'm also a Waylon Jennings fan, and I think that has something to do with it as well, man. I got to keep it real, man. I think just his name
they're
alone.
connected somehow.
Well, the name, Waylon here, Waylon there. But, nah, man, I was always a huge fan of Waylon Mercy. Like I said, I was a fan of Dan Spivey. And, I definitely want to put him up there as being a scary wrestler. But, something else Brian was talking about, which has kind of been what we've talked about too, Mike, was that difference between the scary gimmicks and the legit scary guys like the Funk Brothers.
Right.
Once again, Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch's coming up.
Yep.
Slater, you brought up Slater too, man. Not because they portray a scary character, but because they are scary people in real life.
Yes.
Mike, during our live events show, I brought up the story of Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch. Let me just bring it up one more time.
Yes.
Since it fits into our theme today. When I was younger, one of my first shows, I think it was the second time I went to our live wrestling show, Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch had just turned against Dusty Rhodes, and he was wrestling Brad Armstrong in West Lincoln. So I go running up to him, me being a kid, I'm behind the guardrail, obviously, and I look at him, and I called Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch a dirty, yellow, egg-sucking dog to his face. He looked at me, did not say one word. He just looked at me. And I ran and hid behind my dad until that match was over.
Yeah.
I didn't even boo him. I didn't clap. I said, I shut the fuck up, and I didn't say anything or do anything until he left the building, man.
Yeah.
Because that look was all it took.
Yeah.
Because that look was real. And that look was like, I will break you in half, you little shit.
Yeah.
And you ain't going to call me an egg-sucking dog. And, brother, I believed it, and I went and I hid behind my dad until the match was over. I didn't boo him. I didn't give him a thumbs down. I didn't say shit. I kept my mouth shut until he left. And then I got back into the show. But that entire time, I'm over here scared for my freaking life.
Yeah, dude.
I'm thinking Dick Murdoch's going to get out of the ring. He's going to beat Brad Armstrong. And he's going to come out and get me.
Yep.
And put me in the brain buster.
Yep.
I wasn't having it, man.
No.
And it scared me.
Not that day.
Not that day, brother.
Not that day.
But, and that's why, and I know we're going to do our top threes, but just a little spoiler alert, Dick Murdoch's in my top three.
Yeah.
And for that reason alone.
Well, we talked about this too, with the live events. But the Russians.
Oh, well.
The Russians
dude.
were just scary.
I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. My number one scariest wrestler of all time is Nikita Koloff.
Really?
100%.
Okay.
Nobody even comes close to scaring me like Nikita Koloff scared me, man. Number one.
Yeah.
Number one. And I put Nikita in both categories as a gimmick and as legit.
Right.
He's both.
Oh, here's the thing: is around that time, talking about the Russians, it seemed like all foreigners were just
Scary.
Scary.
Well, they would.
Baron von Raschke.
Perfect example, man. Perfect example. How did we miss Baron?
Yeah.
He was scary. He was a Nazi.
Yeah.
That was scary as shit, man.
Yeah.
Between Nazis and Russians.
Yeah.
And then you put
just
the
way he talked, the way he walked. I mean, it was a goose step.
It was a goose step.
It was scary.
It was.
Yeah.
Dude, Baron von Raschke and even Ivan Koloff.
Yes.
Both, I put them in a similar
Mm-hmm.
category because they maybe weren't the most physically intimidating. They weren't the big muscle-built guys like Nikita. But they had a deviousness to them. They had this diabolical nature.
Fuji.
The devious one himself,
yes.
man. How can you even speak of devious without talking about the one and only Mr. Fuji, bro?
Yeah.
Once again, a non-white, a foreigner, for lack of better phrasing, who's here and he's get this devious gimmick,
right?
And he put it over.
Yes.
And he put it over with, man, huge put it over. Ivan Koloff, talking about the Russians, Baron von Raschke, man. Yes, I mean, dude, to me, Nikita being the number one scariest wrestler for me would not have been as scary if it wasn't for the mastermind, and that was Uncle Ivan.
Right.
Because Nikita was the muscle, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. He was the brawn. The brains was Ivan.
Yeah.
And that was scary
for sure.
as shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, those two together, man, I really felt that they were going to imprison all Americans. Make us shave our heads, put us in Chernobyl, where we have to grow the goatees, lose our hair.
Yep.
And I was convinced. And only Dusty and Magnum can save me, man.
I love French fries. I'm a fry guy.
I love me some fries, bro.
But I'm not sure about having potatoes all the time.
All the fucking time, bro.
That's what we're looking at.
That's what we was getting, man.
Yep,
now I will say this. Now I will say this: the potato diet will really jack you up.
Hey,
But then again, so will steroids. But, but damn it, Puzzler. But for real, man, that like I say, Nikita will forever be my number one, man, and Ivan up there too. But yeah, man.
Well, speaking of going back to Fuji being masterminds. Fuji had his stable of wrestlers that he would, the biggest one, the scariest one to me, Yokozuna.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Mike. He was a beast. He was a monster,
God,
man.
He would squash you.
He could literally squash you, dude, and it was believable, man. I mean, who could beat Yokozuna? Man?
Yeah.
That once again, and man, Yokozuna.
That was a lot of ass.
That was a hell of a lot of ass, man.
That was a lot of ass coming down on you at one time.
And brother, he could work.
Yeah.
That was something else about Yokozuna that I'll always say, to be the size he was, he could work his ass off. His humongous ass, he could work it off. But man, I love Yokozuna. I loved him, man. And something else I loved about his gimmick was not only did he have Fuji, but he had Cornette as well. This man was so big, both literally and physically, that he had to have two managers. And I always thought that added to him. I love that. But yeah, man, he was a beast. He was a beast. And one of the few wrestlers that Hulk Hogan actually, you knew Hulk Hogan could be beaten by this person.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
And you had to be scary. Well, hey, man, we talk about Hulk Hogan a little bit. Hogan had a lot of scary beasts coming toward him.
Oh yeah, he was fed the monsters.
Oh yeah, man, and he would put him over. We've already talked about Andre, obviously, which I don't know if I'd consider Andre to be somebody to be fed, but definitely like Kamala. Kamala's one of the first ones I think about.
Killer Khan.
Killer Khan is a great example, man. I forgot about him, dude. Great example, man. He was another one of those guys, that just he was
the guy that broke Andre's leg.
Hell yeah, man. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, dude. What about Norman the Lunatic, dude? I didn't really think he was that scary.
Okay, let me say this.
All right.
With every scary wrestler, every scary gimmick, every scary angle, there are things that sound good on paper,
yes,
but don't translate it as well.
True that.
So you've got these gimmicks that were supposed to be scary, but it didn't quite make it.
Kind of like Norman the Lunatic.
Norman the Lunatic would be a great one.
Because it did sound good on paper, man.
The Giant Gonzales.
There you go, man. Once again, we talked about him. Unfortunately passed away on September the 22nd. Not scary, man. Not scary.
Maybe if he had more fur.
Yeah, and more airbrush muscles, maybe.
You remember the guy... What was the workout guy's name? It had the full body suit, and you could see like all of his insides.
Mr. Goodbody.
Mr. Goodbody.
Mr. Goodbody in the house.
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah. Hey, brother, make a note of that. I want to put that in the description, Puzzler. Hell, man, who would have ever thought Mr. Goodbody would have come up, man?
This is what that suit reminded me of, with just
Yeah.
patches of hair on it.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Which Mr. Goodbody was just uncomfortable anyway to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a little weird, especially for kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, put on some clothes, man.
Dude.
I don't want to see you
I don't
spleen.
know about this.
I don't want to see you spleen,
I'm
man.
feeling very uncomfortable right now.
Go-
All right. So let's get a guy that's twice his size to put on that same
Same
suit.
shit. This time with hair.
You know, put some patches of hair on him.
Not scary, man.
Not at
Not
all.
scary.
Not at all.
You know, I think it's one of those deals where they were just trying to work with what they had, and it just didn't work out
Right.
for 'em, man. You know,
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah.
God bless him. You know,
I don't know why the suit is a questionable pick. The name is a questionable pick
Yeah.
as well.
is lazy, man.
Why don't you just call him the damn Bigfoot?
It's that's what he looked like.
The damn big
Messing Bigfoot.
That's what he looked
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Because the thing was, man,
What's the word for Bigfoot in
Sasquatch.
Spanish?
Oh, in Spanish.
Sasquatch.
El Sasquatch. Oh, no.
Stop it.
That's a P.O. box. But no, I mean, I think it was just lazy because his real name was Gonzales.
Yeah.
And I think they're just, he's a giant,
Yeah,
Gonzales.
Gonzales.
That's
yeah.
the word, man. Whoever was coming up with the shit that day.
You know what? I'm gonna shit my ass if Gonzales is the Spanish word for Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
No, it's actually Pi Grande.
Pi Grande.
Bigfoot.
See, I think that sounds way better than Giant Gonzales.
I agree. You know, be like Syncope. You know, Syncope was such. Hey man, what's the Spanish word for Cyclops? Is it Synclope or Syncope? Why are we even talking about this shit?
I don't know. I mean, we just have to go back to that. You just wanted to say that.
I love saying Syncope, dude.
Give him a shout.
And he was scary good. But hey man, excuse me, we forgot.
Anybody that's got three eyes is.
Well, no,
Loki. Sorry, he's right.
Syncope.
Syncope.
Is that it? Or is it? Anyway, fuck it, man. We've already talked about Syncope. He's gonna have his own show one day anyway. But anyway, man, getting back to the Giant Gonzales.
Yes.
Not scary. Not scary.
No, not at all.
What about the Sinister Minister, bro?
I liked the Sinister
I did
Minister.
too, man.
I liked him.
I did too.
I liked him a lot. He
Yes.
reminded me of that whole Sullivan deal
He did, yeah.
back in Florida.
I agree.
I loved him with Tajiri.
I did, yeah.
I loved him with Mikey Whipwreck.
I thought it was great.
I
yeah.
thought that really put Mikey Whipwreck in a whole new.
It took him up a level,
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
did.
His stuff in WCW.
Fireballs. Anybody that throws a goddamn fireball.
That's good shit.
You are on my list. You are on my side.
That's good shit, man.
Yeah.
It never gets old.
No.
Man. It always works, you know. Now,
Especially if you could throw a good one.
Oh yeah, like Corny. You know?
Corny, Lawler,
Lawler was great.
Eddie
man.
Gilbert.
God, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Paul Bear. That was another one I thought was scary. You know,
Yeah.
I like the gimmick, man. You know,
I didn't think it was that scary, but it was very entertaining.
it was entertaining.
It was definitely entertaining. Look, Taker was scary.
Yes.
Paul Bearer was very entertaining.
And he worked well with Taker.
Yeah.
You know, definitely, man. I think anybody can definitely go on record saying those two together was priceless, man. Priceless.
Not so scary. The Boogeyman.
I wonder if I was a kid if I would feel differently. I was very entertained by the Boogeyman.
I don't think he had the definitely entertained, but it was over top silly entertained.
Very,
for sure.
very over
It was
top.
definitely not Papa Shango.
No.
I think
they
it was
tried.
a throwback to the Papa Shango character,
Agreed.
but it just
It was a little bit more hokey.
wearing
But
a damn big ass clock around your neck like
Flavor Flav.
I mean, you know.
But that's kind of why I liked him, though, man. It's like, oh, it's a damn shout out, you know. It was way over the top.
Yeah.
I can't help but wonder if I was a kid, though, how I would feel. I like the Boogeyman. Let me go on record.
I think
like the
I would have
Boogeyman.
been. I'd have turned away.
And been like,
I
this
think
is
I
some
would.
hokey bullshit.
This is hokey bullshit, especially when he eats that. What
The
is
worms.
that? No, the worms were great.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
that was the
I
only
like
part that actually, hey, you know, well, he's
That's pretty, yeah.
them real worms.
That's crazy shit. Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked it, man.
But
yeah.
no, the growth on what was her name's face?
Oh, Julian Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was silly bullshit. You could tell. I mean, it wasn't.
It was definitely coming out of the Attitude Era.
Man,
it was definitely
come
transitioning
on.
out.
It wasn't even something that they were trying to hide. It was a fake prosthetic. They had a makeup department that could do anything. They got pyro, all this kind of bullshit. Taker gets lightning. Boom. Shit gets set on fire.
Kane gets fire, yeah.
You can't fucking, you can't make this goddamn growth on her face look a little more real. And he's trying to eat this thing, and it's just a rubber damn thing, man. He's just chewing on it.
It's hokey as
It is
fuck.
bad.
It's
It is
hokey.
very, very bad.
But I will say, I do want to include him, though. I want to include him in the list just as far as being a quote-unquote scary gimmick.
I think it's one of those gimmicks that just didn't work as scary. They tried, but it just didn't work.
I think it was definitely hokey. Definitely one of the hokier gimmicks, but I enjoyed it. I was entertained by it. Like I said, man, as far as, was I legitimately scared? No, of course not. Was I entertained? Fuck yeah, man. And I'll say, man, probably one of the last characters that really entertained me to that level. Like I said, I think the Wyatts would probably be the top for that. But I like the Boogeyman. All in all, I like the Boogeyman.
All right, not scary. Black Scorpion.
Oh, it was scary. It was scary. Not in the way they intended scary. It was.
I don't think anything that they intended for this damn thing to happen worked out in either way.
Oh, bro, it was one of the. I mean,
Sting.
Do you remember the magic tricks they would do? Like when
With the fucking tiger and
yes, or when he turned the guy's head around, wasn't it one of the jobbers?
Jesus.
Enhancement talent. I don't like to say jobber, dude. Bro, that shit was terrible. That was honest to God, and they put poor Rick under the hood. I was actually watching a shoot interview with Rick, and he was like, "Man, with everything," and I'm paraphrasing this obviously, but he says something to the extent of like, "With everything else, when all else fails, send in the Nature Boy."
Send him in.
And hey, brother, once again putting over Nature Boy Ric Flair like only we can put him over.
He'll did it. He'll do it. And
he did it, and he actually kind of put it over.
Yeah.
God, who else could have other than Dusty Rhodes? Man, I'm telling you, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, they were the doctors.
Yep.
If something was broke beyond repair, they could fix it.
Yep.
And once again, Flair. But man, speaking of not scary, oh Jesus Christ, terrible gimmick, terrible angle, just terrible, man. Papa Shango had to use voodoo to make the Ultimate Warrior puke. WCW used the Black Scorpion to make me puke. That's all I'm going to say about it, man. That shit was terrible.
Doink. Here's the thing.
You killing me, Mike. You killing me.
Now here's the thing, where some people find clowns is scary.
Yeah, right.
Some people know it doesn't affect me at all.
Nah.
So it didn't strike me as scary, but to some people, this angle was scary.
Right.
Because it was a clown. It was an evil clown.
It's an evil clown.
And then you put some of the dinks in there, which people have phobias against, not only clowns, but some
little people.
And you just kind of double up on it. To me, not scary. To a lot of other people, definitely scary.
Oh, man, I have mixed feelings with Doink. I see it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get where they were going.
All right.
I'm like you, Mike. Clowns have never scared me. I don't have a phobia. Not even remotely close to having a phobia of clowns. But I could see, I do know a lot of people that do, and I can absolutely see what they were going for.
Right.
To me, man, Doink will always be one of those gimmicks that I was like, this is bullshit. This is hokey. I always thought Matt Bourne was a good worker, and I think he put it over. I think he absolutely put Doink over. But to me, I always consider WWF to be a circus. So when they brought in Doink, I was like, well, there it is, man.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Part of me actually even felt a little insulted. It's like, well, now we're just going to be in your face with it. Why not just have the fucking, carnies running the goddamn Ferris wheel in the opening match?
Yeah.
I mean,
where's the bearded lady?
Yeah, I mean, really, why not?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of bearded ladies, let's talk about Lena Vachon for a minute, bro.
She have a beard?
No, but she should have. I would say it's my best way to segue. I thought she was scary, dude.
Here's the thing, and here's a good tie-in for Sullivan in Florida. She was actually in that whole Kevin Sullivan. I guess you would call it a family.
Right.
The with the Army of Darkness. She was actually in on that as Locke, and she would later go on, to make a name for herself as Luna Vachon.
Right.
Definitely scary, man.
I thought so.
Yeah.
And you know what I always thought about Luna? Even though I thought
She can
was,
beat the hell out of the men.
anybody, man. And I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm just going to put it on record here. I don't give a shit. I thought she was kind of sexy in a way.
Really?
To be honest with you. Not in the traditional sense.
Right.
But there was something about her that I was like, she's attractive, but she's scary as shit. And if we want to speak about scary ladies in wrestling, Scary Sherri, bro.
Scary Sherri.
Got to bring her up, man.
Well, see,
Gotta
Scary
bring her
Sherri was a little more my speed.
Now yeah. Scary Sherri's all right.
Thought Luna was sexy, and
To a degree.
we've all got our problems. But
That's P.O. Box.
Sherri Martel, holy moly!
She was a legend, bro.
The older she got,
The
hotter she got.
She did, man. Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
She was hot. I mean,
I
could
saw it.
she could
Oh,
work.
jeez, dude.
She's a legend,
incredible.
man. Sherri Martel, 100%.
Yeah.
Because she was not scary. That was just her nickname, because she was not scary. I mean, she was.
Well, she's screaming out.
Oh yeah, man. I mean,
yeah, and she'd go with the guys, man.
she could, man. She was.
Yeah.
You can't put her over enough, man. As
Yeah.
far as women's wrestling, dude, I won't even say women's wrestling. As far as wrestlers,
Yes.
just in general,
Yeah.
she's up there, man.
Yeah.
She's legendary.
Yeah.
You know. Well, Mike, brother.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
We
okay. All right.
got we got plenty
Oh,
more.
we still got.
We're going.
This
Well,
is
we may run out of time or run over, but no,
we can go long. We can go long,
We
brother.
can go long on this one.
We got the top Gobbletron hooked up, brother. We can go as long as you want.
Isaac Yankem.
Oh Jesus. Not
scary.
scary.
Not scary. Okay, and I understand that there's still this phobia
Yeah.
against dentists.
And he has some
Where it's
fucked up
scary.
teeth.
Yeah.
I always
Me?
like that.
To me, it's not scary.
No, it was
not
hokey,
scary
man.
at all.
Well, dude, it was part of that time where everybody had to have an occupation, other than just being a wrestler.
Yeah.
You either had to be a dentist,
A dentist,
a fucking garbage man,
a garbage man.
a repo man.
Yep.
Hell, hey, dude, let's be honest, man. If you're going to talk about the scariest people in real life, the fucking repo man ought to be the top.
Oh yeah, he
I
on
mean,
the damn top.
That's somebody to come get your shit.
But let's look at this damn thing right quick and pull up a picture of a Repo Man from WWF, if you would, Pudsworth. But let's talk about it. And you're right. I mean, you're always looking out. You're always a little scared when the Repo Man comes
shows up.
around.
That shit's scary for
Yeah.
real, for real.
But this motherfucker, look right here. It looks like a
The
goddamn
Hamburglar
Hamburglar
He
from
looks-
McDonald's.
He looks like the Hamburglar.
It looks like a robble.
God damn it. We're looking at a picture of the
Robble.
Repo Man.
I have never seen a Repo Man with a damn
With a mask.
with a Lone Ranger mask on.
like the raccoon mask, pretty much, man. A gray overcoat
Yeah.
with fucking tire treads
Yeah.
on the shoulders.
He
And
look,
a hook to come tow your shit.
yeah. He looks like he just should be holding money bags too.
Well, yeah, for real, man. Or hamburger bags.
Yeah.
Or golf clubs, because Barry Darso went on to become the golfer in
Oh,
WCW, bro. Now that was
Oh.
scary.
Mr. Hole in One.
Jesus Christ, man. He was best as a Russian, man. Let's just be honest with you.
Well, let's just put it out there.
Or Demolition. Demolition was scary.
Yeah, you can say
Demolition was
that.
scary, man.
I didn't think they were as scary as the Warriors.
I didn't think they were
For
anything
sure.
compared to the Warriors.
You know,
Let's just call it what it is,
okay.
man. They
Let's
were
do
made
it,
pop
man.
road warriors. is
Yeah,
what
they
they were.
were.
They were, man, but they put it over.
If they were blowing mist, they'd be blowing blue mist.
They'd be blue because they put your ass to sleep. No,
All
I'm
right.
just- hey, I did like Demolition. I did, and I think they worked some great matches, man. But they
You
were
know,
made
the
pop road
scariest
warriors.
one is when they came out. Their some of their first matches. They had outfits similar to the Road Warriors
Oh, yeah.
as far as that, but some of their early outfits looked straight S&M.
S&M. Yeah.
That was scary.
Especially with the spiked mask and shit like that. I
Yeah.
thought that was creepy as shit,
Yeah.
dude. I really did, man. Oh, yeah. It definitely
Or
had
just some of the cod pieces and,
But
and
yeah.
stuff like that. That was scary to me.
That was like for real scary.
Yeah.
And once again, man, like legit,
Right.
But yeah, man, I think we all definitely ought to put Demolition in that. I mean,
Yeah.
they were there.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think we all know they were made pop.
Oh,
Pop
yeah, for
Road
sure.
Warriors,
For sure.
But hey, man, they did work it.
That's it.
They did work it.
But one of my top things right now I want to talk about, and that not so scary gimmick deal, involves somebody that was in a scary gimmick. But for some reason, let's call them this group, this army, just did not live up to anything that should have
You're
been.
talking about the Dungeon of Doom.
I am
bro.
talking about the damn Dungeon of
Oh,
Doom.
fuck. Where do we begin?
All right, let's begin with all the members.
Oh, shit, man. Are we going to talk about the Yeti? Gotta talk.
Oh, yeah.
Or what about Arachnoman? Jesus. Dude, okay, talk about not scary wrestlers.
Okay, let's talk about. Okay,
It was
let's talk about Kevin Sullivan, Taskmaster, in that role.
Okay.
He's still this Kevin Sullivan we all know and love.
Yes, yes. Perfect to be the leader.
Just not quite the Florida
No.
demented Kevin Sullivan.
Right, right. It's more
He's
family
out,
now.
He's out to take out. He's here to take out Hulkamania.
Right, right.
Which I mean,
Which is all that's good in this world. You know, it
Right.
represents the man
Yeah.
upstairs. You know,
Yeah.
America. You know, yeah.
Okay. We're talking mid-90s here.
Right.
Yeah. And that shit's kind of played out. It's going out the door.
It's quickly.
Yeah.
At this point, very quickly.
All right. Whereas WWF is doing Papa Shango shit, stuff like that.
Right.
We're doing the
Yeti,
the Yeti,
Arachnoman,
the let's see what
the
was
Shark
Attack.
Attack, the Zodiac Man. Remember the Zodiac Man?
Okay.
Also known as Bruce Beefcake.
Oh my God. Yes. No. Yes.
Yes,
no.
no. Yes, no.
Yes. No. Yes. No.
God damn.
This is great.
I mean, the Faces of Fear were awesome. I mean, that was one. I mean, they were Barb and
that was a
Ming.
great part. Barb and Ming was the highlight of
The
that.
highlight, absolutely. Man.
You had One Man Gang coming back in there.
Which I always thought One Man Gang had a little bit of scariness to him.
I
Man,
always
you
loved
know?
Gang,
Me
but
too.
you know this is definitely after even his running the WWF as
Akeem?
Akeem, the
The
African
African
Dream.
Dream, yes.
Executively.
Not scary.
Executively.
Yeah.
Kamala's back.
Kamala was the shit,
and
dude.
Kamala at this time, Kamala lost a lot of
Downhill.
his magic.
Yeah, yeah. The steam was running out of the engine at this point.
The Giant.
Hey, man, we didn't even bring up the Big Show, you know, Paul White. The
Yeah.
Giant. Yeah.
I never thought he was that scary,
Not
especially in this group.
No, and even with his size, man, he just never came across as. Really, the Big Show should be the scariest human being on the planet, and
Right.
he's just not.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Yeah.
A couple of these. I'm curious about. I barely remember Loch Ness.
I don't remember that. One.
Pull up Loch Ness for me if you would, Pudsworth.
I don't remember.
I just gotta look at this Loch Ness.
So
I'm thinking about something that just came out of the lake, and
that's what I'm
it was
thinking,
like
man. Motherfucker came out late Norman.
fucking crustacean era.
The crustacean man.
asking for 350.
The 350 splash. I said, get away from here, Loch Ness monster. But
Goddamn Loch Ness monster.
But man, you got Jesus.
Let's look at it.
But, the John Haystacks. I don't remember that guy, man.
That's not for Loch Ness, and that's pulling this up.
John Haystacks. That's
Okay.
Okay, he beats up Loch Ness. John Haystacks. The Giant beat. Okay, so
Okay.
John
So-
Haystacks was Loch Ness. I don't remember that, man.
All right, what else was on there? Who else was in that group?
Luger, Braun the Leprechaun.
Luger was
Luger
part
there?
of Luger was part of the group for a little while.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that, man. That must have been kind of when I was
think-
getting a little out of WCW.
Conan.
Yeah.
When he was old Conan, when
Right,
he still had kind of
yeah.
like that weird suit and everything,
Yeah.
almost like a Giant Gonzales type
Right.
suit at one point. I
Big
remember
Bubba
that.
Rogers.
Big
Big
Bubba,
Bubba was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray Traylor, God
Yeah.
rest his soul, man,
Max
the late
Muscle.
great.
Who the hell was?
Max
I
Muscle.
kind of vaguely remember. He was a jacked up, fucking muscle guy.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Pull
you
up
know.
a picture of him if you would.
Now, I will say this much. Okay, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
I will say that. But yeah, I don't remember Max Muscle. But man, has there ever been a more cliche wrestling name though than Max Muscle? Jesus Christ.
Mighty Max.
Who else is in that group?
Luger, Giant, Ming, Braun the Leprechaun.
Braun the
The
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
I don't remember
I don't
him.
remember that shit, dude. I
Braun
wish
the
I did.
Leprechaun.
God damn. There was a leprechaun and I missed that shit. Holy shit, man. There was. He was brought.
Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker.
It's the Sarge.
That's the Sarge.
Buddy Lee Parker was a
Braun the
leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
He was kind of short, but goddamn, I didn't think he was leprechaun short.
God damn. This must have been later on when I decided to turn this down.
Yeah.
Shit.
I was going to say, man, there was a period of WCW that I just didn't watch.
Right.
It started with the Ding Dongs. I remember watching the Ding Dongs on.
There's a lot of ding dongs in
bro.
the company.
Most of my motherfuckers behind the scenes. That
Yeah.
was the problem,
Yeah.
you know. But you know, Mike, I just remembered one that we haven't going back into the scare wrestlers. King Kong Bundy.
Bundy
I
was
thought
scary.
Bundy was scary
Yeah.
as shit back in
Yeah.
the day, man.
Him and John Studd.
Both were
Yeah.
scary
Yeah.
guys, man. King Kong to me was a little scarier because when I first started watching wrestling, I think we talked about this in the past, was around about the time of WrestleMania 2.
Right.
And I was getting into Hogan, and
Yeah.
King Kong Bundy just broke Hogan's ribs. I mean, it was like
All right,
seeing
all right.
it was like seeing Batman getting his back broke by
Yeah.
Bane. You know, is how it was to me. Except this was real.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I got to, you know. So I got to put King Kong in that list too, brother. You know, King Kong was up there, man.
For
real,
sure.
For real.
Let's see. George Steele.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, especially in the old days.
Yeah.
You know, before he went baby.
Yeah.
He, you know, I think we talked about him a little earlier, dude. But just to kind of go to a throwback was Freddie Blassie.
Oh yeah.
Man, I was going back and I was watching some of his stuff, or excuse me, I was like reading up on some of his stuff, and you know, just kind of getting my, you know, some history lessons on Classy Freddie. Bro, man, any man that would take a file and file his teeth down,
That's commitment.
dude, that's next level, brother. That's next level. But yeah, man, I mean, we got to include him as well. Mad Dog Vachon, Luna's father.
Yes.
That was another, and that's one of those original ones too, man. That was, you know, just back from the day. That you know, we don't really think about those classic guys as much, but damn, man, they were in the Sheik.
Yeah.
The Sheik was one.
The original Sheik.
The original Sheik. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, oh god, man. I can already call it now, Mike. We're gonna have
another great fire thrower.
Another one.
Another great fire thrower.
And brother, I'm just gonna call it right now. This is going to be Scary Wrestlers Volume 1.
Yeah, because I mean,
there's
I know we're gonna miss a ton.
A ton, man. Yes.
But yeah, you know, if you remember one that we've forgotten, or if you want to talk about one that we've forgotten, just comment on the YouTube on our the link for this video, and just, you know, tell us about your picks.
Hey, Mike, I'll take it a step further. Help us get to that 100 subscriber on YouTube, and you can put that on the 100 show, or on the show for it, man.
That'd be great.
Don't even talk about it, man. Let's hear you.
Yes.
You know, but we can't do it till we get to that 100. Gotta get that little plug in there, brother. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get that plug going on.
Get us there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We're close. We're getting closer and closer. Just, you know, get us over the top there, and we're going to do some great stuff.
Yeah, man, because we're over 40 now. We're over 40. Last time we talked about it, we were at 28.
Yes.
Now we're up to 41.
Yes.
So, man, we're getting there. But, you know, Mike, I tell you what, brother. I know we're kind of getting toward the end here, so let me ask you. Do you have a top 3?
Top 3 scariest wrestlers.
Yes, sir.
Of all time.
All time, man. Your top 3. And I know, man, just like Braun Stover earlier, it's hard to give us just 3.
It is.
You know, Braun snuck him an extra 2 in there, man. I love that, by the way. That's awesome.
I think we're all going to have a lot of the same ones.
Yes, man, yes.
I'd have to say Kevin Sullivan.
Absolutely.
For sure, because those images of Kevin Sullivan and Army of Darkness, they will always be in bed in my mind, especially with the Golden Spike stuff.
Oh,
Maniac Mark Lewin.
God, that was so good.
The Lock, everybody, it was incredible. Maha Singh,
dude.
King Curtis.
I forgot about King Curtis, man. Yeah, dude.
He was also in that Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Abdullah. This one would be a tie between, I would say, Abdullah and the Assassin #1.
Okay. Good call, man. Yeah.
Because Abdullah was just damn scary, and he was a butcher. I mean, he was just gonna carve the good guys up, man.
And he ate raw chicken. Do you remember that shit? He would eat raw chicken, man.
Chicken.
How are you not supposed to think this man is a monster?
That's only because they wouldn't let him eat a live one.
Yeah. No, make no mistake, man. If he could have ate a live chicken on TV,
you better believe it.
Oh, dude, feathers and blood and feathers all day long, man.
Snap his neck and just boom.
Good to go. Good to go.
Anybody here in PETA can write to me at Mike Payne P.O.
Box.
Yeah. But the Assassin #1, I believed anything he would say.
Right.
And he was going to hurt you.
It is the real deal.
He was it. Yeah. Every word he said was scary. It was meaningful. It was mean.
Yes.
And I would say the third would be Brock Lesnar.
Brock, really,
Just
man.
because
really.
he's just natural, scary.
Because, man, if you run into him
Yeah.
in a dark alleyway,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, you're fucked,
Yeah.
man. I mean, you know, I'd rather damn near run into Freddy Krueger
Yeah.
because they'd probably be quicker.
Yeah.
You know, just to be honest with you.
Right. This is a man that has everything from NCAA
Oh, yeah.
to
UFC.
wrestling to UFC,
UFC.
and it's just
And dominated it all.
Yeah.
It's dominated everything the man does. Man, God bless Brock, man.
Yeah.
You know, love him or hate him, if you don't respect him, then something's
Right.
wrong with you
Yeah.
because you cannot not respect that.
Exactly.
You know? Well, man, I got 3 myself. Before I get my 3, I have one honorable mention is Ole Anderson.
right.
Ole barely
Yeah.
misses. Now,
Yeah.
I've always said, I always thought Barry was a better horse. We're going to do a Horseman
Right.
episode coming up. We're going to do a Horseman episode, so I don't want to get too deep into it. I've always said, by far, that Ole was the scariest horseman ever. Do I think he was the best fourth one? Not necessarily. I think Barry was the best one, but we'll get into that. That's a whole, episode. You know, I don't want to get too far ahead, but I got to put Ole at least as an honorable mention because everything he said, like you were talking about the assassin, same thing with
Yeah.
Ole, dude. I believed
He believed
every freaking word.
Yeah.
So my top 3, man. Number 3, I got to go with Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch
Right.
because he legitimately scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Dude, he scarred me. When he looked at me that night, he scarred my soul, brother, because he looked deep into my eyes. He looked beyond my eyes. He looked at my soul, and he left a mark.
Yeah.
At 43 years old, speaking of marks,
Yeah.
you know, on this
Yeah,
mark,
exactly.
he left a mark, you
Yeah.
know. So he's my number 3, dude. My number 2 is Andre the Giant.
Wow. Yeah.
When Andre went heel and went against Hogan, I was legitimately like,
That was the threat.
that was a threat. That was a real life threat, and nobody was scarier on this planet to me at that time.
Yeah.
He was real, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he was the real, honest to God monster. He's a pissed off giant,
Yeah.
and he will eat you. I mean, really. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
really. You know, and my number 1, man, will always be Nikita Koloff.
Right.
Just 100%.
Okay.
The Russian Nightmare. He went against everything. You know, man, us being 80s babies.
Yeah.
You know, we grew up with that patriotism. We grew up with that Reagan
Yeah.
era, you know, and this was the absolute opposite of that. And he was big, he was mean, and he had the capability to handle business, man.
Yeah.
And when he took that belt from Magnum, that was a shot.
Yeah.
That was a shot on America.
Yeah.
And I was legitimately, honest to God, terrified
Yeah.
of Nikita Koloff.
Yeah.
I only saw him one time in person. He was a baby at this point, so I wasn't. So now I like Nikita. I love Nikita when he went baby and him and Dusty joined forces. So I never got to see Nikita live as a bad guy.
Right.
But I just know if I would have, man, that it would have scared me to death.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because man, he scared me to death every freaking Saturday, every freaking weekend. Man, Nikita Koloff put the fear of God in me and made me pray to Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, really, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, please, Ron, bring down the wall, man, because I can't have Nikita Koloff taking me to Chernobyl
Right.
because I like my hair.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lose it.
Exactly.
Hey, Pudsworth, you got a top 3, brother? Putting you on the spot, man.
I'll just go not in detail. I'll just say
Yeah,
top
just
3.
take- yeah, man.
Coven was 1, Abdullah is 2,
All right.
and the Great Kabuki was 3.
Kabuki, man.
Okay.
Cool.
Because he was that pony mask. I was like, whoa, that's actually pretty cool.
It is, yeah, man. I mean, that's a
That's
solid
scary.
list,
Yeah.
man. You know, once again, you know, Pudsworth's list goes in line with our list and also with Brian's list from earlier. So,
Right.
man, I think that's a good list, man. That's a good top 3. I think we all have some good top 3.
Yeah.
You know, I think
And-
Brian
and
has
he-
some great top 5. You know.
And how can you not agree with a man, you know, dressed up in a tuxedo right
That's
now?
what I'm saying. I know
Exactly.
y'all can't see this, but Pudsworth is fucking on it, man. I
Yeah.
mean, this man is in straight up tux.
Of course, we're all audio. You
can't see it. You just gotta
can't-
take our word for
you
it.
didn't have to go. You might as well have been, you know, put makeup on and look like Kiss.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
For
like
radio-
we do.
for
like,
the radio.
Like me and Mikey do.
All right, all right.
I mean, we're actually Gene and Ace right now.
Yeah.
You know? But
Speaking of, there's
oh, the
another
demon.
one. The demon.
Oh, that was scary.
The demon.
That was scary. Actually, brother, I think we ought to go ahead and start wrapping it up.
And on that note,
On that note, well, brothers, I had a great one today, man. I think we
Absolutely.
covered some good ground.
very
Once
spooky.
again, very, very spooky. Yes, very. And that's not just with Pudsworth. That's just in general. And once again, Pudsworth, thank you, brother. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it, man.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. Well, Mike, brother, you got anything you'd like to say before we start wrapping her up?
No, that's about it, man. I think we've covered a good bit, but if you've got any more, just let us know.
Yeah,
You
bring
know,
it to us,
Put it
man.
out there.
Yeah, we want to keep on going with it. And once again, we appreciate you guys out there listening. And I guess until next week, y'all have a good one.
And not only that, David, I understand we're right at the end of our program.
No.
We have got to go.
This has been a great event.
There's some people out there that hate us for this.